Hello, it's your boy Bo Done Did It, and today I am going to be talking about Crunchyroll's newest game, Mirren Mirren Legend. This game is uh, it's a turn-based game. Um, it's a turn-based game where basically you your main character units are companion. What I mean by that, I will show you whenever I am done. Click on this. Let me see. Oh, let me click on this. Okay. Well, never logged in. Never even logged in on these days. But I guess it just decided to give everyone out. So, no. If you haven't noticed, this game is published by Crunchyroll. Now, the reason that I state that it's published at Crunchyroll, if you have played a Crunchyroll game, you would know for a fact that majority of Crunchyroll games will vary. Well, actually, I'm gonna say majority. Every Crunchyroll games are very, very, very heavy on the paywalls. Like I don't know why Crunchyroll does this, but they are very known for this. This game launched last week. It has had, excuse me, has numerous issues for the whole of 1 week. And honestly, this game is not really what it, in my opinion. But let's go ahead and talk about it. So let's go to the characters. Go to Asta. So these are your characters that you can get from the gacha system. I would say the gacha is generous, which is actually very rare for a Crunchyroll game because a Crunchyroll, whenever you start the gacha game that's published by Crunchyroll, they tend to only have like what 10 or 20 polls, and then you have basically that's it. They don't have like a uh, unlimited pool, and then you keep this 10 pool that you keep, or you know, um, they don't have a way to reroll. So if you're like into rerolling, they basically took away that option to reroll. So there's no way to reroll. The only way you're going to reroll is if you create multiple accounts. And I don't know who in their right mind would do that, but I'm pretty sure some people would do that anyway. Create multiple accounts. And when I say multiple accounts, I mean like it could be a Google, Apple account. Mostly, I would say mostly Google account because honestly, anyone who will go ahead and create multiple Apple accounts because creating just one Apple account is a headache. Um, but yeah, um, these are the characters you can get. They're called Asta characters. Basically, these are your characters that you use as companions, and Novas are your actual character units that you can basically unlock in the game when just playing the game. So I believe there's a total of so these are the novels you can get. There are only five of them, and each of the characters you can only pick five characters. I'm dead serious. These are the five characters that you pick, and your gacha pool is basically your minions, which I will show you in the gameplay right now. So let me go way back, go to battle, go battle right here. Let's see what episode two. I just click next, and then I'm gonna skip the story because the story is not really what you listen to, and translation is very bad. And you know, the translation is very bad when they replace when they replace the character who's a she with he. So yes, the translation is very bad. So won't bother trying to understand the story, and the story is so boring, like literally boring. But yeah, let me just show you what it is. So here you go. This is your main characters that you pick here. Main character, main character. Uh, there's only three main characters right now that you could pick from. When you when you can unlock the last two just from playing the story mode, um, which I haven't done because I basically quit after the first 3 days. 3 days, because for one, the login was not working. If you use a Crunchyroll login, that wasn't working for the past 3 days. It got fixed yesterday. Um, and then so was the regular login as well with your Google account or Apple account. So everyone was having problems left and right with this game. I'm surprised this game probably won't last too long, in my opinion, at least the way it's going. But yeah, that's basically how it is. You basically have three cards, and then like I said, your companions are the ones you pull for. So I have three in each slot right now, on level 30. Well, one is level 1 and one is level 27. But majority of them are level 30, uh, which you can use. And just like every other game, if you match you know, if you so the way this is set up is whatever companion you use, that's the element your Nova will use, which is basically your stand-in. So you can see the first character I have for Ritsu is an Earth character. So now her main element is Earth, and then you can see for Kuro, Shaz is a fire character and Hafla is fire. So it just depends who is first, yeah. But all the other elements still affect other enemies so long as the opposite effect enemy is on the stage. So let's go ahead and just click battle so I can show you how it plays out. I wish I'll turn up to 60 frames per second. That's fine. I can still do it. Of the auto. No auto yet. Okay, I'll turn auto. Okay, there we go. All right, so let me explain how this works. So, whenever you can pick whichever character you want to use to attack. So let's see. Right now we're attacking this, and if we have an element opposing to this, we can fight. So let's see. So she has fire, dark, water, and earth. So if I use her, who's water, I could do a bunch of damage. Um, and let's go ahead and click this. Let me see. Click on this. Then click. I forgot how to work this thing. But then again, I forgot. then again, I forgot to explain how confusing the fighting is. So can't really. Okay, well, we're gonna let it play out. Oh, you know what? But yeah, this is basically the gameplay. And then let's see. Just pick one, then click this to attack, and then pick an enemy. Then you tap it twice, I believe. Okay, and then okay, I understand how the controls working anymore. So I'm just gonna put it on autoplay because I just don't care about that. So this is basically the gameplay for the game, and the controls. Yeah, the controls are confusing. That's why I can't remember what it were because I was like trying to figure out how to fight before. I just gave up the controls. But yeah, this is basically what the game is like. Um, as for, I mean, don't get me wrong, gameplay is not bad. It's just that The translation isn't that great, and I'll go into more detail of how my character looks dark when she also looks like light skin. So I'm gonna go in more detail on that. Uh, First of all, let me go back. So the way this game works is that they have like how in games you have like chest piece or heads headsets and arms and legs and stuff. Well, this game has it, but the thing about it is that each character can be equipped with an accessory that changes their appearance sometimes. Well, so for instance, let's see, this one changes her skin to a dark skin. So just depending on what you equip on, it can have an effect on the character. And also it tells you what skill, what are the perks for the stuff that equips on the accessories. Now you can also like choose to not show it because then again it won't show any of this. So you can just hide all of this if you choose to, and it just be like the character has nothing equipped, which it's not bad. At least they kept the jiggle fixes, so I can't really complain about that. So, ooh. But yeah, the characters not that appealing. I only one that's appealing is this one. It's her right here because I have this thing for stalking, so don't. That is well, yeah, stockings. Yeah, that's about it. That's the only reason I like her. Anywho, but yeah, all these parts has that equipped to the character has an effect on the character, so it's not bad. But you can farm for this as well. This is all farmable. You can farm different items. But yeah, this is how you can use to change the character skin and whatnot. Um, Turn that off. She's light skin. But yeah, there's that. What else is here to talk about? Well, guilds. There's guild. Obviously, you can apply for guilds, um, which I never did because there's not really any point in applying for the guilds. Because like I said, this game is not bad. What else is here? Um, Now for farming, there's the treasury right here. Basically, this is what you use to farm for XP. Sigils are basically used to upgrade your skills for your characters. So you can farm for that. They're not really that hard to do. Like I say, you just have to let your characters do this. This bundle hunt is basically a currency, universal currency, XP trail, obviously for XP. Challenges, there's some challenges you can do. Realm of Illusion, I can't walk down till I've reached episode 3 of 20, but that's probably never going to happen because I'm not going to play that game too much. But yeah, this is basically the whole game, higher place. Um, Now, for who does this game belong to? It's basically for people who doesn't want to spend too much time on the game. You basically just put this game on autoplay and you basically just breeze through the game just from leveling up the characters and companions that you can farm, like you basically um, roll for. So let's go ahead over here. This says Aster Memories. Skip this. That's not what it is. I think it's Faithful Fortune, right? Oh, this is a event. Where is the summon? Alright. So this is where you can summon for characters. Um, every one of them is for companions. So if you want the character to be in the specific no, you want the character to be in with a specific number, you can roll for the character and you can equip it on any number. So I guess that is a good thing that the companions are not limited to one specific companion. So maybe it does. Maybe some companions gain more benefits from specific novas. I don't know, but as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't. So, um, but yeah, that's it about the game. The game. Let me see. They do have a war chart, so it looks like people are active in here. People like the game. That is good. So the game is not doomed. Um, well, honestly, it's kind of doomed. These are people who just at least enjoyed the game at this point in time being. But the way it happened, the whole week, well, 3 days of issues with the login, and basically everything is you have to buy to even get the rewards out of it. Um, which obviously I expect from Crunchyroll. So now, as for who does it belong to, anyone can play. I would say give the game a try. You might like the game, but for me, this is a game that is like my time isn't being used wisely to play this game because the story isn't that interesting. It's just not as not good because you have gacha games that the story is actually like interesting. Like you got Girls from Wing Two, you got Wuthering Wave, you got uh, Zelda Zone Zero games is good. Story is interesting, but what makes Zelda Zone Zero good is the combat. Let's just be honest. But yeah, story has to be good. The translation has to be good. The translation just sucks. Like I said, every well, every character in here is a female, so all of them are are he. So instead of she, and whenever they do like a scene, it's gonna be he, and then only a few of them are actually called she, which is very rare, which I was actually surprised. But um, but yeah, that's all I have to say for the game. Um, well, I will definitely will not be playing this game anymore after this first impression video. Um, Crunchyroll, I don't know what to tell you. Please try to manage your games properly because a lot of people are still pissed that you decide to shut down Princess Connect, including me. And you still have games like Missing Shadows that kind of sucky. It's still up and running, and I don't know. It's like, what are you guys doing? You guys probably shouldn't be doing anything gacha related. But that's just my take. Besides that, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. I did do my first impressions. I haven't done any video for a while because I've actually been doing some schoolwork. Now I'm basically almost done with it, and I could like take it easy until the next semester starts, which will probably be in 2 months. So I have 2 months to basically have room to do more videos. So, well, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'll do more videos. I'll do guides um, for games I will be playing, and which will be Eternal Restarts. That comes out tomorrow. I'll do a first impression video on that one, and I also talk about other games I'll be interested in. So look out for me. Turn on the notifications on so whenever you can hear me talk about reviews on games. But yeah, with that being said, thanks for watching, and I do hope you guys have a good day. See you guys next time. Peace.